Fortunately for you, you may be looking at one of the last delivering pizza videos. Today is Friday, April 12th, and my last day working will be Friday, April 19th, so 1 week from today. And I don't know how many adventures we're going to have between now and then, but we're going to make the most of them.
10.7 miles to address 2003.
Right. Thank you, Phyllis. I have no idea what she said because BTO is drowning her out. God, I just saw almost the most horrible thing ever. I pull up to this house here I'm at now, and there was a bunny in the front yard, and I'm like, no bunny, and he's just making a beeline across this Dixon Avenue, which is a 4-lane road here, this one over there, and he makes his move, and I'm just like, no, and he's running across the road, and I hear a car, and it literally just missed squishing the bunny, so whew, crisis avoided. I can carry on. Seriously, my heart is still beating fast. We almost had bunny pate like right there, and that would have basically ruined my entire night. Every now and again, somebody, for whatever reason, they decide to pay with like a huge bill, and we don't carry, especially in the beginning of the night, we don't have that kind of money on us. So they have to tell us, like, you know, paying with 100, paying with a 50, and it's the tickets. Like, all the letters are the same size except for like the name, address, and phone number. Everything else is tiny. And the notes field, which if I was in charge would be much larger, so it would stand out, but it's not. It's the same size as everything else. It would say like paying change for a 50. And it's really, really easy to miss. And your only real hope is that if you do miss it, that you're delivering somewhere really close to to the restaurant. Otherwise, you really have no choice but to drive all the way back, get more money, and then go back, and it's awful. I basically just about had to do that, but it's close by. But I noticed after the first delivery that on the second one it said change for 50, and I was like, I don't have it. So I get the money and I go there. I still get the pizza there like a couple minutes before it's promised, and the first thing the woman says is, "Oh, I changed my mind. We're not paying with a 50." This is a squirrel. You can't. It sucks that it's like 10 times further away than it is in real life. The squirrel is eating food out in the middle of the road. Now he's having himself a chow. See, now that's a wise squirrel. He saw me coming. He picked up his bread crust or whatever he's eating, carried it 10 feet to the roadside, and went right back to work. I mean, it's like he knew, like, I only need to go right over here and I'm safe and I can continue on with my meal. Kind of makes you wonder, how wise is the squirrel? From what I just saw, pretty wise. I mean, a dog would probably just either stayed in the street or just wandered off aimlessly. I think the squirrels might be more intelligent than dogs. I'm going to go with squirrels are smarter than dogs. Final answer. Okay, already on deliveries number 3 and 4, and it looks like we might have some interesting weather coming too. So I'll keep you posted. Yeah, there's a storm coming. It's just one of my many characters. I kind of sprinkle them in throughout. You never know when they're coming. Since I'm moving to New Mexico soon... Oh, wait, Phyllis needs to speak.
Turn right on 6th Avenue.
Since I'm moving to New Mexico soon... Oh, she's going to do it again. Hold on.
Continue 0.3 miles to address 1010. On right.
Since I'm going to be moving to New Mexico soon, I need to start learning Spanish. Right now I know like 3 things. I can get like a beer, and I don't drink, so that's completely useless for me. And some food. And I can call a girl pretty. That's pretty much where I'm at. So, high on the list is to learn to speak the language of the Desert Southwest, one of the many languages. And maybe I'll do some video where I show you my progress. I'm sure that would be fascinating. I'm sure you'd watch that.
Arriving at address 1010, on right.
Watch a white guy learning to speak Spanish. I can't think of more riveting entertainment. Okay, that was both of those deliveries were real simple. As I was saying, I learned Spanish because one of the households was just a little boy and a girl. They looked like they were home alone, and they were young. The little girl was probably, I'm horrible with kids' ages, but wonderful with kids. Go figure. The girl was probably 5, and the boy was probably like 9, 10. And they had all the money, and I didn't see anybody there. It's always weird to see the layout of people's houses, kind of their feng shui, see how they got stuff. They had it set up so that basically the front door wouldn't open all the way because it would hit a couch. And then to get between the couch and like the chair next to it, to get in the house, it was basically like a 1-foot gap. So their front door, you would basically have to turn sideways and squeeze between like it was like a sofa and a love seat or something. Like I don't remember, but like you can't just walk in their front door. You would have to turn sideways and like slide in. It was unusual. And then this last delivery I just dropped off, it was a woman. It looked like she was hosting a slumber party for like grade school girls, and she warned me at the door. She's like, "Come in, but I mean, there's little girls here." And I walked in, and there was literally like 8. Again, I'm horrible with ages. They were probably 9 or 10, and one of them holding a little baby, which was, I'm not gonna lie, it was just creepy looking. And then you could tell that she was, I mean, it's 6:20 right now, it's still light out. You could tell she was kind of at her wit's end already, like a little bit frazzled. Almost had that look like, you know, she'd been in a dust storm or in high winds. And, you know, it's still early on, and young kids like that, I saw soda on the table, so they're going to be hopped up on sugar. She's in for a night. So I gave her the pizzas. She got 3 pizzas and breadsticks, I think is what it was. And the last thing she asked me was, is there any alcohol in that bag? So, yeah, she's in for a wild ride. I'm just glad that my time in that house lasted approximately 58 seconds. But as always, I'm great with kids. The kids, all the girls were like, sort of like gathering around and saying cool things about me because A, they can just tell I'm very committed to my craft, and B, I'm carrying pizza and you can smell it. So right away, they're like, this guy is awesome. But bottom line, more important than anything else, a Lincoln. That's right, a Lincoln out of the deal. She's so frazzled, I probably could have talked her into like, oh, you got to put a 1 in front of that. Tell me how pretty this dog is and how happy it is to see me. It'll be extremely happy to see me because animals love me just like children do. Is that... No. Okay. Well, hello. Hi. Somebody likes pizza. I took pizza to this girl, and on the way I noticed that the car keys were still in her car door. So when she answered the door, I was like, I have a gift for you, and I gave her car keys, and she was so excited. Lincoln. Hope you guys are taking notes.
Turn right on 7th Avenue.
This is actually interesting because this street right here, it dead ends right here at the railroad tracks at the river. And if you look this street up on the internet, or you
Arriving at address 109 on right,
or search this this town on the internet for haunted places, this street, the end of the street right there where that railing is and the railroad tracks are, and there's a train, is haunted according to, I don't know, somebody. I just found it interesting that on one of my last deliveries, this is where I'm coming with the pizza. Spooky. Doing pretty well on the tips tonight. Not bad. A lot of change though. People are really like dumping their change on me, which is kind of odd because I was just thinking the other day about how since I'm leaving soon, I'm not going to have a full milk jug full of change to turn in. And suddenly tonight, it's like I've got pockets full of change that people are handing over. And another thing I noticed, The exclamation mark thing is not getting any better. You people are still doing it, and I'd appreciate it if you'd stop. It's really the exclamation mark. See, it's even a stupid word. It's really the new all caps. It's just the whole yelling. Just don't. It's getting... everything I see now ends in an exclamation mark. It's like nobody... Fuck it. Back to change. I've got a lot of change. I used to convert my change into bills and then those into Lincolns because it just seemed like at the time that you had more money if they were bills as opposed to change. But the change is like the delayed payoff. Like the last time I took change and I got over $400 and it's like, oh, I didn't even know I had $400 sitting in a milk jug. It's almost like bonus money because you're going to get change throughout life anyway until they do away with it. So if you collect it and sort of don't think about it, then when you do like deal with it, it's like bonus money. It's like when you wear an old coat and you reach in the pocket and there's a $20 bill. You're like, wow, cool. Well, that's what change is. And so I don't change my change into dollars anymore. I go ahead and keep it as change, knowing that in the future it'll pay off. And you're just fascinated to know that. As I mentioned earlier, I've got like 5 more work days to go, but two of those are morning day shifts, so they're basically just doing some dishes and maybe a handful of deliveries at best. So I've really got 3 more nights to make some money, and that would be tonight, Sunday, and then next Friday. And after that, my Lincoln generating device is going to dry up until I find something else. So in Portland, I'm either going to have to nab a delivery job or an IT job and then do it for a month, 2 at the most, until I hit my money mark. And then I think my buddy might fly up to Portland, and then we will just road trip it to New Mexico, in which case we would probably stop in... Well, I know we'd stop in Colorado. We'd probably stop in probably Utah. I don't know. I just have a feeling we'd probably hit some spots on the way down. Maybe even parts of Arizona. I'm not sure. But, yeah, if he comes up and we drive together, then I think we're going to zigzag and make a trip of it and then end up in near Santa Fe. Taking delivery number 13, I believe this is. But better than that, this is my to-go food on the road. This is the new stuffed, crazy cheesy stuffed crust thing or whatever. I don't know what they call it, but it is literally insane. Yeah, that's like cheese everywhere you look. 16 balls of like 5 blend cheese. It's absolutely insane. But before they stop making them, which I think is next month in May sometime, get one. I'm telling you, you'll thank me later. Okay, one of the things that are always really consistent with this job is that I will get the crazy phone calls. Like the weirdest phone call of the night, or the one that's like, what? Will always be the one I answer. And I've literally, I think, answered 1 phone call tonight. And also, I will 9 times out of 10 end up being the person that delivers to that phone call, as is the case right now. So like the only phone call I've taken all night, this guy is broke down in a semi. He's not from here. He's like, I don't know if I'm in your delivery range. So I figured out by his description where he's at. He is in our delivery range. He's never eaten, like, I guess our food before. So he's like, I don't know what you have. What do you have? And so I start reading off, like, we have pasta, pizza, sandwiches. So he's like, okay. And so he gets a sandwich, and, he wants, like, these things on it, these things not on it, and everything. And then he goes, I want a pizza, too. So I go through that, and I get him the pizza he wants. He's, like, asking everything, because he has no idea what we serve. Like, I don't know how, he's a truck driver. He's been all over the nation, and he doesn't know what Pizza Hut serves. But anyway, so he's stuck in a semi. So I said, well, do you need anything? Do you need some stuff? Oh, he got a 2-liter Diet Pepsi too. So like he's like, yeah, I need some. I think he said he needed a fork and napkins, and then he said, hey, could you give me like a cup of ice? So I'm bringing this guy a pizza, a sandwich, 2-liter Diet Pepsi, a cup of ice, a straw, a lid, a fork, napkins, and basically he's just up here somewhere. I should find some flashing lights here any minute. On this overpass up here, he's just basically broke down and not going anywhere probably until tomorrow when somebody can come fix his truck. So he's probably going to spend the night in a semi, but he's got food. So let's get him that food. Now my assumption he was north. Nope, he wasn't northbound. He's southbound. He's right there. Here he is, all broken over. This really looks like one of those police dashboard cam videos where there's going to be a shooting here any moment, and it's possible that there could be. Wish me luck. Okay. That was a $24 order. He gave me $30, told me to keep it. So mission accomplished. He's got a ton of food now and a 2-liter Diet Pepsi. Feel bad for him being stuck on the freeway overnight like that, but like I said, at least he's got food, and we can do a 180 on the highway, not get T-boned. Oh, there's a fucking divider. This is awesome. Yeah, I'm four-wheeling it over a median. Yeah, oh, that feels good. Oh yeah. And that's how we roll. I know you ladies are impressed. I understand. The sad news is there's no way in hell I'm going to hit 16 deliveries tonight. We close in like 7 minutes, and this is my 15th delivery right now. So I'm going to just miss it by a C hair, which is really unfortunate. It's really, missing it by one is just the worst. But again, another weird delivery because that's what I draw towards me. This one, the lady wants me to call her when I get there. I don't know. I've ordered pizzas in my time, and I've never, ever said, oh, by the way, tell the delivery driver to call me when they get here. So I don't know what that's all about, but I'm going to call her when I get there.